name is Ann Lewis, and I am currently president of NAMI Augusta. NAMI Augusta stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and we go out, our main goals are to educate, advocate, and support. So today we have a guest speaker, and her name is Corey, and we're just going to have her give us share some information. Okay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Corey?
Sure, thank you. I'm Corey, and I just recently became a CPS, a Certified Peer Specialist. I work at the Peer Support and Wellness Center in Decatur, and I'm trying to start a business as a DBT coach.
Okay, so mental illness. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means to you?
Sure. Mental illness to me is when a person cannot function in life in a productive way. Something in their mind interferes with their quality of life. And I am in recovery from anxiety, depression, an eating disorder, borderline personality disorder, and schizoaffective disorder, bipolar. So I've been diagnosed with just about everything you can think of, which actually, while it wasn't good while it happened, it's actually a blessing now because I can relate to every person's story that's out there and reach more people.
Okay, so you said that you're in recovery. Could you share with us what recovery means?
To me, recovery is when I don't solely identify with my diagnosis, but when I say that mental illness is a part of me, it'll always be a little bit there, but it's not my sole identity. I have other parts to my personality, to what I like to do. And that to me is living in recovery.
Okay, could you give us some ideas of some of the training that you had?
Sure. I've had 2 weeks of training as a CPS, a Certified Peer Specialist, which is basically a peer in recovery helping other people in recovery. I also have taken the Dialectical Behavioral class twice, which is a 4-month class that teaches you relationship skills, distress tolerance, so that you learn how to handle your emotions when you're stressed or uncomfortable yourself. Emotion regulation so that you have more even moods, and then mindfulness so I can stay in the present moment better. And I took that twice and I practice it every day, and it's really helped me become a much more calm and less anxious person.
Okay, what about setting goals, life goals? Do you have goals?
I do. I'm a very goal-oriented person. I find setting goals really helps ease my anxiety. My goal is to stay working as a CPS in a peer support and wellness center to hopefully maybe one day move up in the ranks. And my goal is to start a DBT coaching business where I can be a peer educator to people. I'm not taking the place of a therapist, but if someone needs extra help in learning the DBT skills, they can contact me, and we can talk about ways they can incorporate mindfulness or distress tolerance skills, or how to talk to someone about a boundary issue, and just get that extra help that people often need. And I would like that to expand and grow.
Okay. Do you advocate for individuals who are living with mental illness?
I do. I am a facilitator and contact person for the NAMI DeKalb LGBT NAMI support group, and I feel as someone who listens and helps people, I feel like that in a way advocates for them. And throughout the years, I have just gathered so many resources. And so whenever I hear someone say, I need this kind of support group or this kind of program, or I need to be in contact with this kind of person, like I run over to them and I'm like, okay, well, I've got their contact information, here you go. And so I feel like that's a way that I advocate in people making connections and getting the resources that they need.
Okay. A lot of times family members have a difficult time in understanding what it's like for us living with mental illness. How does your family react?
My family has been very supportive. I've been really blessed with that. I must say, I also do the NAMI in Our Own Voice program, and my favorite audience to do it is the families because they're so eager for information. But my family has been very supportive. I lived with them for a while when I was couldn't quite take care of myself. But we did have our issues, you know, and we went through family therapy for a while, and that really helped. Them take me more seriously as an adult, you know, and not just a child anymore, and set boundaries.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share on the aspect of mental illness?
Sure. I would just like to leave you with, I used to suffer with mental illness, but now I really hate that phrase when someone says, oh, this person is suffering with mental illness, or, you know, especially when they talk to me about it. I'm not suffering anymore. I am thriving. I have come to a point where I recognize the role that mental illness has in my life, and I take steps to cope with it. And so I'm able to function well and thrive. And so mental illness is not saying that you only have a limited outcome for your life. You can really thrive and have endless possibilities, even if you have a severe diagnosis, because I had many diagnoses that were severe, and today I'm doing very well.
Okay. So I'd like to thank Ms. Corey for coming in and sharing today, because understanding mental illness is very important. It's not a negative or a bad thing. It's, like she said, a lot of times people use the word suffering, and those of us who are not taking care of ourselves or doing medication, we do suffer. But for those of us who are taking our medication, managing our symptoms, we are living and thriving. So I thank you all for listening today, and have a